Hello and welcome to Brandtech's podcast. And today we're in conversation with Mr. Ramesh and Mr. Srinivasani. It's a pleasure to have you with us, sir. Artist, congratulations for the big milestone.
Thank you.
So, can you give us the overview of the company? You're one of the largest healthcare providers
Yes,
in the world.
we are a very large tech-enabled solutions and services provider for the US healthcare industry. So we service both payer and provider clients. Payers are nothing but health insurance companies in the US, and 90% of our revenues come from our payer clients. And providers are those who provide care, like hospitals, health systems, lab companies, and so on. And 10% of our revenues come from providers. And so we help our clients run their core operations, both for payers and providers.
Wonderful. All right. Mr. Srinivasani, can you give us the details of the IPO and how you plan to?
This IPO is 15% offer for sale. It's completely secondary. It's not a primary. About 702 million shares. We are owned by EQT, a private equity firm, and 15% is getting released through this IPO. And they would have plans to do as per SEBI norms in the coming period within that.
Wonderful. So, Mr. Gopal, how do you safeguard the data?
No, we don't store any of our client data, right? So all of the data is stored on client systems, and even when we build applications, we host them in the US, and the data never leaves the US. So none of this data is removed or moved from the US, and none of the data is stored on any local systems. So that's one key way that we safeguard. And then we have all of the other security protocols in place, such that there is enough protection even when people are working from multiple geographies.
Can you share some statistics on the market size and market share?
So US healthcare market is very large. The healthcare spending in the US is roughly about $4.7 trillion, right? So that's, I mean, to put it in perspective, that's larger than the GDP of India, right? And the spend in the US per capita on healthcare is about $12,500. Again, a very large number, highest compared to any other country in the world. So that's the kind of market that we're playing in. And so if you just look at the operation spend for payers and providers who are our clients, that's a roughly 200 billion in expenditure every year. So any which way you look at it, this is a large market where we operate. And I mean, even though we are $573 million in revenue, we are still very small compared to our opportunity size in front of us.
Okay. Can you talk to us about your mergers and acquisitions as well?
Yeah, we've done a couple of M&As in the last couple of years. They are basically capability-focused acquisitions, so they did not come in with a lot of revenue,
Sure.
but they gave us unique capabilities in some of the service areas. One was in the payment integrity space, and the other was in the Gen AI space. So this is a company which was fine-tuning a large language model for healthcare. And so given that we only do healthcare work, we were very interested in what they were building.
Okay.
And so we acquired that capability.
So, Mr. Srinivas, what does Sagility stand for? What is the brand philosophy of the company?
Yeah, when we got carved out from Hinduja Global and became a separate company, we wanted to rebrand ourselves. We found a couple of names, we shared it with the board and the employees. The employees selected this name, Sagility. Sagility represents sage and plus agility, in the sense like sage represents wisdom. We have deep domain healthcare experts, and that's not that has been like it has acquired over years. Like we have our first client is 24 years old and still with us, and so we have deep domain understanding of the US healthcare market. So that's the sage, and agility is the ability to be nimble and quickly react, respond to the market needs, client needs, stakeholder needs.
Fantastic. So, what are your future plans?
Future plans, like I said, today, given that we are a specialized healthcare provider, we want to continue to build on our capabilities. So we think there's a lot more opportunities. US healthcare has a lot of challenges ahead, and someone like us who understands the domain well and who can also bring in technology, we believe we can play a big role in overcoming some of those challenges. So we will continue to build those capabilities both internally and through M&A, and aggressively try and penetrate other segments of the market where we have minimal to no presence.
Wonderful. You've become a global player. So, what has been your leadership mantra?
My leadership mantra, I've run this business since 2011, right? So we believe in making sure that people enjoy the work that they do. And one of our key statistics that we are always happy about is not just how long people have stayed with us, but people who have left us. A lot of them come back and rejoin us, right? So that's something that we're very proud of in terms of the culture that we've built in the organization, where people feel that they can give it their best and they can continue to grow with the company. And so you tend to miss that a lot more when you're not in the company, right? So people who leave us also tend to come back. And we've built a very strong leadership team which has stayed together, and they continue to grow the business.
Wonderful. Top 5 reasons to invest.
Growth, profitability, cash conversion. I've said the top three financial stuff. Then innovation and technology.
Yes.
And it's a resilient industry, right? Healthcare, unlike other industries, doesn't have too many ups and downs that are related to the rest of the economy, right? Even in good times and bad times, healthcare is something that continues to grow. And so even if you look at our performance over the last several years, while there have been many economic cycles, our revenues have been fairly steady.
You have the domain expertise,
yeah,
and I believe
yeah.
there's a lot of entry
Yeah,
barriers
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Your final words.
No, we're very excited in this new phase of our journey. We were part of a public company before. We were carved out and taken private. And so this is an opportunity for us to become public again. We are eagerly awaiting to welcome our new shareholders. And we'll do everything as a management team to make sure that we live up to our promise.
Wonderful. It was a pleasure talking to you. Wish you a bumper Diwali and IPO.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Diwali. Happy